Hi everyone, welcome to 150 hours of chess. Today is day 11. Last week I was still focusing on Sicilian defense and still play a few puzzles and also played a few games. I changed the time from the 10 minutes rapid game to 15 minutes rapid game, plus 10-second increment. That do works well. So I'll continue doing that. For today, I will still review Sicilian Defense, but I definitely think I am more comfortable about it. So let's start. Um, Sicilian defense is start from pawn e4, c5, and then there are a few variation with knight c3 is the closed variation. Um, Knight f3 is the open variation. There are also Butler attack, which is um, bishop c4, controlling the square. With a lot of the other variation, it's start from the open variation. After knight f3, black could do d6 or knight c6, controlling the d4. And if they do that, then the white will push to d4 and start to take from there. I guess I can't go back that way. Uh, if I go knight c6, they'll still push the pawn. And for this one, I think what I was thinking about doing is take, after they take, I'll go here. Or they might push to the center. Yeah, that would be awkward. Oh, yeah, no, I take, then they can't. Um, Never mind. Yeah, I feel like I got a cold last week and I'm still not fully recovered, but I definitely don't have a sore throat anymore. With the um, I think it's called Nidrov variation. That is knight f3 d6. And d4, take d4, knight take d4, knight f6. So for the Nigel, that after that is resolved in the center, get the knight out, control the center, and also attacking their pawn, rather than get this knight out, so they can directly take it. And then after knight f6, they do knight c3. They get their other knight out, controlling the same space. And then I push on a6. So that is the Nitro variation. And the dragon variation is slightly different. I think the only different is after knight c6, they push on the g6. Because that is easy to develop the dark square bishop. So the only difference between dragon variation and the Nitro variation is just like which pawn to push in this case. I've also came across McDonald attack. After here, instead of knight, they pushed out the pawn. No, actually, they didn't push this pawn. They pushed the f4 pawn. But also this is not very solid. I remember in where we try to find, I can either develop the knight or push the g pawn. And if I go for g6, then I could go for bishop out and then start to push this pawn. There is also nimble switch variation, which after the e4 c5, that knight go white knight f3, and then black go knight f6. So if the black do that, they can just push the white to go further. I've also came across one called the Smith-Morra Gambit from Friday, I believe. After this, that is d4. They directly challenge me without use other piece to back up with this one other than the queen. And then take d4 and then c3, take c3, and then knight take c3, knight c6, knight f3, d6, bishop c4, bishop c4, e6, e6. Yeah, so with this gambit that I came across, that they sacrifice the pawns to fast developing the pieces. I don't think I review it. So if I actually take a look here, after this, they directly challenge me, take the center. After I take, I was thinking about they could use the queen to take it, but then I guess my knight could just directly come out to start to chase the queen. Rather than use the queen to take the pawn, they push the pawn to sort of challenge the pawn here. It's just for the it's the gambit part. It's aiming for the faster development. And if black take, then white already have an open file. And they can develop quickly. So after that, they develop the knight and take the pawn, control the center, protect the centerpiece. After that, black would develop. I was thinking, why don't go knight here? But then I guess in that case they could just put the pawn, and then knight will have to jump again rather than develop the knight here, that controlling the center and there is no immediate threat. And then they go knight f3. They come out, they develop the knight, control the same space, and we do d6, which means that if they do push it further, I take, there will be, if they take back with knight, there would be one knight up. So I push the pawn here, controlling the space, preventing them to just like push the pawn to here. After I do this, then they are doing d6, bishop c4, bishop c4. So that's attacking the weak spot here. Could be setting up for this. So push the e pawn up to sort of play against that move. So that's Smith's more gambit, and this is the mainland. There is a few other lines that I didn't review. Let me go through it again to see if I remember it. After the first two move, d4 pawn, gambited, I take, they push c pawn, I take again, they develop the knight. I develop the same knight, controlling different space, but that is preventing them to push further. They develop the knight controlling the same square as well. Could be preparing for they push the pawn up. So I push d pawn, also add more pressure here. And also my light square bishop could get out. They get their bishop to c4, attacking the weak point. I push e pawn up, preventing it. Yes. So that is the Sicilian Defense review for today. And now it's time for some puzzles. Black castle. I think they will be checkmate. White take my pawn here. They have a queen supporting the pawn here, but also it's sort of controlling this diagonal if they just push it further. They're attacking my bishop, which is protected by my queen. That is also allowed me to take the g2 pawn, give it a checkmate, I believe. Two rock here is connected, and they push the pass pawn up. I think thinking about developing a queen here. I only have two rock left, with one rock here supported by my pawn. I can just push it here, and that would be it. And there is nothing control the square. Pardon me. Okay, they jumped the knight here. Well, first of all, this is not protected. And then they attacking my queen. Um, they have a rock controlling this file, a queen controlling. They have two queen. They have a queen and bishop set up for taking here, and they have a knight here. Currently attacking for these squares. In my mind, knight unprotected, I could take it. I guess they can control here. Other thought, I guess they can just directly take here. Well, I guess in that way, queen or rock could take it. I have a rock here, queen here, bishop here. They are not aligned in the same diagonal. What is the best move? If I am in this situation, I would definitely take it. Even though they move the rock, I can control the center. If they take here, I can win a queen. No matter what, that is not too bad. And also, I feel like I could aim for goes to d5 and then take the pawn here, and that will be a checkmate. The thing is that this square, the d5 square, is controlled by their knight, their queen, and their bishop. So I will have to remove it. I can just remove the knight here. And see what's happened. That is not the best move. I am struggle with the best move. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if I take her, they use the queen to check me. I take. They still have one piece control here. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna do this. If they take back, I can. Yeah, I don't understand here. Like, knight is hanging, attacking my queen. I can easily take their knight. Why can't I take their knight? And even though even though I move my queen, there isn't actually a lot of good space for me to go. Yeah, I feel like only this 4 square is safe to go, but not immediately. Like only safe immediately, but they could have attack it later on. Wait, this pawn is pinned to the king, I just realized. Which means if I take it here, they can't take me back. The king have to move to here, and then I can take here. I can see why take the knight is not the best move. Because I didn't realize this pawn is pinned. That's crazy. White move the rock, connect with the queen. And I also have a queen and a rock left. What could be their next move? I mean, they can't just take it because the queen is protecting it. But if the queen moves, they can just take it. And that would actually be mate. If I move my queen to here, and then this queen take it, there is nothing can be. I guess king could just take the queen. Okay. What exactly I can do? This position feels really close to checkmate. Though, how can I deliver a checkmate? I mean, pawn controlling this 2 square. Get my king to this file. And either here or here could do. Or I can go here. But are there other ways I can do? I feel like it's the puzzle is not as easy. Let's say if I goes here, what is likely for them to do? I feel like they could go here and then drop the rock. Or Yeah. I know it's not that easy. I mean, surely it doesn't mean for me to take it and they take. And then what can I do? Why that's not a good move? I don't understand. I need a hint for this one. They said to move the rock. Okay. I mean, surely if I just move it here, that could just directly taken by the king. And I can't see much point to move to here because that would block my queen. Let's say if I move my rock to here, they directly take it. I mean, I can drop my queen here, checking it. After they move, I move again. But what's wrong with me directly moving here? So I guess they can do this. Or they could get me check. Oh, wait. So if they move the queen here, give me a check, also attacking my queen at the same time, my queen take back would be the most reasonable behavior. And then they can take back with a rock. Then there is not a lot of good place for my rock to go. But instead, if I can manage to sacrifice the rock first, that would be a check. They would have to react to that first, and then I could give them another check and another check to avoid the situation that they push their queen to here, kind of force trading a queen. I can see it now. Why move the rock first? Because without immediate check, they could just trade down to make their position better. That's really cool. I'm feeling really sleepy today. Just gonna do another puzzle. Their their past pawn is very close to develop into a queen. I really need to think of the way. To solve this issue. With the immediate check here, check, rock take it. Even though my queen could take back, they could just use their king to take it. Rock take h7 pawn. King would have to take it because king can't move and no other pieces could take it. After rock take, king take rock, I can move my queen to here. the last one is not too bad. And now it's time to play some games. Oh, feeling so sleepy. I slept for like 9 hours last night. If nothing happened, I will still play Italian as opening for white, and I will still play Sicilian open variation for black. And let's see how it will go. Okay, I'm a white. I'm gonna try play Italian opening. They protecting controlling the same space, so I'm gonna develop my bishop here and then push my pawn up for supporting the bishop and the center pawn. They develop the knight and attack the center first, so I'm gonna get my knight out, just control the same space. And for next, I think I will do this if there is no immediate attack. They get the knight here, trying to attack the bishop here. One thing I am thinking is just to push it up, support it. But they could be offering a trade. Do I want to trade? If I don't want to trade, what can I do? Feel like a trade is simple at this game. Which pawn to push up would be my question. So do I want open file to be here, or do I want open file to be here? I remember generally you want to move the pawn to the center rather than move the center pawn away. So I might do this. But also their knight is currently hanging. It would be nice to do something about it. Though I don't have things set up. I think to punish it, a good way would be push this pawn up and get the c-file pawn up. And I reckon I might develop the bishop to here, pin the knight to the queen. They were likely to do this. Or if I develop my, so here is available. If I develop my bishop to here, then I could be walking into a position of pawn fork. I have 2 pawns here, so maybe I don't need to worry about it as much. Bishop developed to this square, and I feel like at this point it's a slightly unnecessary, seeing that they have already the knight is already gone on this place. They move the knight to g4. What are they intended? I mean, they could intend for this. Um, just to fork my queen and the rock. Though there is nothing protecting here, they're basically just gifting a free piece. Um, I would still do something about it by castle, and bishop will be protecting this square, so I don't lose my castle rights and make my rock stacking inside. After this, I reckon I'll push the pawn up to kind of like chase the knight out. Mm, I always generally feel like with the knight here and get their bishop out rather than jump the knight would be better, because in that way, uh, my knight would be pinned to the queen rather than have a knight here, can't do anything. They do develop their bishop attacking this pawn, though it is protected by my center pawn, so I am not too worried. I still like the idea to chase the knight away and also leave escape square for my king. Um, Next move, I might, I could do this. I could do this, pin the knight to the queen. Um, or I can develop my queen. Um, or I can develop the bishop this way. That doesn't actually do anything because here is blocked. Here is also sort of blocked. Also could be facing, here would be a discover attack to my bishop. And yeah, I don't think that is a good idea. So I feel like either bishop to here or bishop to here could be good. How about I do this, and after this move that I drop back to here. If they don't do this, I might just remain it here. Well, they do that, I'll drop back. My queen need to find a place to go. I could. There is a few places for my queen to go. I would prefer my queen not to be left in the back rank because otherwise my rook can't connect. Um, with queen goes to here, then well, for the bishop, these are controlled by my opponent, which is very annoying. And so currently I have two pieces hanging. For the place my knight could go. Oh, there is a quite nice square. If my knight goes here, could go here for a fork. And but here is protected by the queen. I think they get their queen out. One could be they are prepared for castling. The other could be that they want to develop the queen to this square. I like getting my knight out. It's protected by the pawn. I wonder if they will chase me out. I guess if they do, I'll have to go back. Or are there other good places for me to go? There aren't many good places for me to go. Well, I guess I'll have to jump back. It's a bit annoying. I might get my queen here, so I can start to get the queen out. Okay, that's interesting. Don't know why they push it here. I mean, if they do this, then I can't see an immediate attack so far. And also, my knight could come back to here. I'm gonna move my queen to see if I can do something about here. Okay, that is what I thought it might do. Well, I can still move my knight out. The queen is quite blocked. They do have a lining up queen and bishop here. Just have to be aware of that. Are they gonna push their pawn? Are they gonna push this pawn? Well, if they do that, then this pawn will be unprotected. And then my queen could get in here. They do. Here is not great. So I'll get back to here. Aha, they can push it further. Though, oh, they're gonna do that. Well, I mean, a bishop trade for a rock is not the worst in my mind. Okay, they decided not take it. I saved my bishop. I thought I could do this. That would require me to have one thing watching it. They do have an open file now. I'll leave that there for now. I guess one thing I can do is push this pawn up. After they take, I can take back with my knight. Yeah, I'm just trying to, but then my pawn would be completely isolated. And then they can just take it here. Forking here. So no, that won't be a good idea. There is not a lot of good space my knight could go now. Like here could be directly taken. Can something else goes there? And here is protected. Well, here is fine. If I goes here, maybe I can goes to here. Though here is protected, here is protected. My knight is actually not doing anything, and I don't have a good thought for it. Yeah, difficult. Move my knight could be one. They controlling here, so I feel like I can develop my queen here. And even though they take, I can directly take back. And if they push further, I can take it with my knight. But I have to be very cautious not to do this. They might push the pawn, but I will take it with the pawn here. Develop the bishop here. I feel like they could potentially prepare for this move. Or like more knight move. Also prepare for the castle. Yeah, my pieces are very heavily on the queen side rather than the king side. Oh, this is so difficult. What can I do? I lost a lot square bishop. Move the knight. Get the bishop to the center. Get the rock to the center would be nice. We're like here. So I feel like here would be better because it's sort of targeting the queen, and also it's like center. I don't know. Now bishop here can't do many things. Protected by my queen. Knight here, protected by my queen. Haven't do much thing. Could be preventing the pawn push here. But like here is protected, here is controlled, occupied. I could go here. If my knight goes to here, then there is not many space I could go. Like these two are controlled by my opponent's pawn. And if I come to here, okay, they push the pawn here. I am a bit unsure what exactly are they doing. But after they push it here, I can definitely get my knight out more easily. Get my knight to here. Then if they take, I take it with pawn. And then they will be bishop under attack. So that is actually not too bad. And that will be controlling the center. And if I take it with this piece, that would be even give my queen more space to go. Okay, they take, I'll generally goes to center. Nothing attacking this piece, so if this one do happen, I can take it with my queen. They take the pawn here. I feel like if I take here, they can take it with the queen. And that will be attacking my knight and controlling here. There is nothing currently backing up the queen, so I don't have to worry too much about it. I'll just take. Now I'm up piece. They castle. I can start to challenge the pawn. After they take. Yeah, they have another pawn watching. Okay. I feel like I'm looking at this, but also I need something to back me up. I think at this point, their rocks are connected now. Queen unprotected. Would be nice to take the queen. Bishop is connected by the queen. If I can get my knight here, then I can try to fork them. Though this square is protected by both pieces. And what else I can do? I would like to win the queen, or even just like trade pieces now. I'll need something to protect it first. At this point, it's fair to get rock out, and then I'll force trade. Well, I'll offer a trade for the queen. And if they move, I guess I can try to use the bishop to take it. And then maybe get my queen to somewhere like no, I've already tricked my queen. So now they pinned. So if they do this, I do that, that is fine. If here I'll for trade, then they could lining up here. And then if my bishop drop, then queen could take my queen, rock take the queen, take my rock. That is not smart. I could go here. Use my I could go queen goes to here. Use my rock to protect the bishop. But then I'll also be stuck. I feel like I would like to get my queen to sort of like this area. With me doing that, feel like maybe get my queen here and then like to here, and then I could, yeah, none of the space is available. Or maybe get it even to here and go out that way. Or I could even push this pawn. And then so I can get my queen down to down here. That would be faster. Okay, they are challenging my bishop. So if they take, I take it with queen, they take it with rock, I take it with rock. And then that would be unfortunate. Let me think if that would still work. If I get my queen here, so that would be a queen challenge on top of a bishop challenge. If the bishop take my bishop, that would just support their two bishop, doesn't create immediate threat. I can just use my queen to take their queen, and nothing could take my queen. If after I get the here, they use rock to take it, I take their queen. There's no immediate threat, but also their rock could take my rock, and I use my rock to take it. That would be, they are down a queen and I am down a bishop. That is not too scary. If I goes here, they directly take the queen. I use my rock to take the queen. So they would be down a queen, and then they could take it. I can't take back because I'll be down a rock, but also at the same time I would be, yeah, let me do it. That might take too long. They think I'm full asleep. So if they take, I will definitely take with my rock. And if they take here, I will get my queen here. So they trying, they fade. I can get to here and start attacking. They take, I take, and then if they take here, that I can take back, or I can even take here. Give king a check. I think that might be one of the worst moves they could do. if I trade, they could just get the queen down, and I couldn't take there. So I'll let them take me rather than I take them. With the queen aligning up here, they are trying to do something about my queen. I guess no. Take there is not smart. Take here is also not smart. Can't go back. I have to go back. I don't like it. But anyway, I guess there is not much thing I can do. So are they gonna take or not? Can I do something about the queen? I don't want to sacrifice my knight. I can drop my queen. No, I don't want to. Oh my god, this is so difficult. Oh, but also, if I take, no matter they take, I take no. Oh, my bishop is stuck. Let me go here. They take, I can't take back as well. My bishop don't have a place to go, unfortunately. No. Ah, well, I'll take them first. This is not smart. This is not the trade. This is not a smart trade. Okay. Let's say if it is a trade, I guess I can go here. Thinking about taking here. My brain. Why it is not working properly. It is said at this point I should just trade out every equal piece I have. It's hard to do that though. They move to here, attacking my knight. Well, I can drop my knight to somewhere. How can I still be timeout? I played 15 minutes game. This game, oh god. I would like to review this one. I don't know why I feel so struggle. I don't know if it is because I feel sick and my brain just can't run properly. Apparently I didn't have any blunder or miss. They had a few miss. The first few is quite textbook. Apparently that is a good game. I didn't thought that would be a good game because they remove it from the center and also leave this piece hanging. Um, they think I should just trace it back. Force doubling of a pawn. Your better option is to move the bishop to the safe square. Oh, well, I guess that is doubling it. They get the pawn out enough time to support the other pawn. Yeah, I feel like they push this pawn up would be a better choice. This is not a good idea. They reckon I should get the rock here rather than get the queen here. Yeah, I mean here would be a better place. Rather than move that, I should protect my. They said I should push the lead to losing a pawn. Yeah, I feel like this pawn is hanging. Back move. Why does a back move attack the queen with a pawn? Ah, true. True. Yeah, that would be a good move. Here attacking my queen. I don't have a good space to go. I guess I can go here. Hmm. My brain really is not working. Um, I'll try another game. Yeah, this one takes a bit too long because it's an Italian opening. It's quite solid for the beginning. I shouldn't be taking this long. Sicilian. Well, they immediately aborted. Yeah, that really shouldn't take for that long, and I shouldn't. Good luck. Okay. Next, to see what they do. I might get my pawn out. Yep, pawn out. This probably is the first. What was the variation here? I think is this. Yeah, I think it's that. Because with this here, they can just directly take it. Okay. Hmm. Hang. Well, I guess queen protecting the knight. With this here, I'll just challenge it with my bishop. And I reckon I'll take here if they don't have anything protecting it. They don't. I'm gonna take it. I might drop it back later. Okay. They really lining up here. If they take, I take, they take queen, I take it with knight. No matter what, that is not too bad. I feel like if I do this, they move the knight. Maybe to here, maybe to here. I am happy to take. I feel like no matter what, that is not too bad. Yeah. I mean, they could move the knight. They can't move the knight immediately, checking me. I might be hanging my knight here. So I reckon I'll be moving it first. Here would be a good square because that's also attacking the queen. Other than that, where else can I go? I can drop back. That would be the safest choice. If I do this, can they do anything punishing me? They could just move the queen to here. Or move the queen even to here. Or to other place. Yeah, I can't see it going too bad. And also still I can drop it back. That's also adding protection to here. Protected by the pawn. So I think it's fair. And then I'm thinking about pushing the pawn here. Attacking the knight. And also don't have to worry about after they move the knight, that will expose my knight here. I'm protected. They move the queen back. I'm not gonna attacking the knight. So what are they thinking? If they take here, well, I guess I can just take it with my rock. Nothing is lining up here. Just don't have to worry about it too much. They jump the knight to here. Could be aiming for here, or here, or here, or here. So this is protected by the pawn here, and the bishop protecting this pawn. Bishop also controlling the squares. So that's feeling fine for me. One thing I guess I can do is dark square. Bishop here is unprotected. One thing I can take it, checking the queen, but also it's not. I'm not. That square is not controlled by me. That is a bit annoying. Also, it would be nice to move the king here, like develop the king. I'm gonna resolve it here because otherwise I can't even develop my knight, which would be annoying. Oh, I can directly take it, I just realized. Yeah, this is hang. Oh, I can directly take it. I didn't, and also that would stopping them from castle. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. Yeah, they are avoiding it. I feel like they might lining up here. I can get my queen out to here, protecting the space, and still hang. I still can't take it. I missed the chance taking it. That's very annoying. Ah. But I guess I can do this now. And then get my knight out, or maybe get my bishop out first so that I can castle. I reckon I will try to take the knight here, develop my bishop first, and then I'll push this pawn up, develop the bishop, and then castle. That's a interesting move. Do I still want to trade? If I take, they will take. So pointless. Push this pawn. Stopping the bishop here. And then I feel like they might do something like that. And then I develop the bishop. They are attacking my knight. These space are all controlled by the queen, by my opponent's queen. Occupied, occupied, occupied. I can go here. Can I push it here? There's nothing protecting it. I guess I can get my bishop out that way. Attacking the rock here, and then prepare for push this pawn. And then my knight can only goes here. Though it will be open for my dark square bishop. They develop their bishop. I don't think they're aiming for anything. I think it's just like a safe square for them to go. So I'm gonna try this. And then push here. Also just realized this pawn is hanging. If they move their knight, I think it's actually good to push my queen here. I wonder what they trying to think. So the knight is protected by the pawn hanging. Bishop protected by the pawn. They move the bishop. They move it to here. And bishop is hanging. I'm not sure what exactly are they intended, but I don't think they can get to anything, so I'm still gonna do this. Attacking the bishop here. My bishop can't get to here anyway because it is protected by the pawn here. Okay, they get their knight here. Like I said, I can just take it with my bishop, and it is hanging. They are hanging quite a lot of pieces, like here, here, are both hanging. Also, my piece are all hanging as well. Well, I guess this is not hanging because the knight is protecting it. After this, what am I gonna do? They move the rock. Oh, I guess they see this. But they could just move their bishop. So I can't. Get their knight out. Develop the knight. Attacking the pawn here. I guess I could use my bishop to protect it, and also controlling all the space knight could go. I feel like that would be a good idea. I just need to they do that. I think I can get my knight out, and if they take, I'll just take it with pawn. But also doing this would allow this take here, the knight take it. So I feel like getting my knight out. It's protected. This is protected here, but also the bishop is not protected. This bishop is not protected. Would be nice to protect it. They push the pawn. Why was my knight moving there? I developed the knight. And they push it. My knight. Well, if they take here, I can take back, and then they can't do much thing. But also, well, after the take, let me see. If I move my knight away for this, if I don't, they will definitely take here, and then I take it back. Then that was still protected by my pawn, which is fine. But if I move my knight, let them take here, they take, and that would be immediate check. I can move my king, and then they would take here. No, they can't take here because I can directly take their queen. So I can still take it. I guess that is not the worst. Move it to here. I can still come back. So now this is protected. After this, yep, I would do here. Because I don't have other place. If I goes here, my rock will be blocked. Oh, these are both controlled, so I guess I don't have otherwhere to go. Good plan. That's a really good plan. So now it's time to take it with my rock. Challenge the queen. And for the queen, here would be controlled. Here will be controlled. And this way it's sort of fine, I guess. Controlled. This is not controlled. But I feel like I can drop it to control it. And here I can directly take it, but also they can go back. After they do something. Also, this bishop is hanging. I really want to do something about it. It just annoys me so much. That I can't take it. I could get my knight out, attacking the queen as well. They finally take it. Well, they are protecting their space and also aiming for my hanging bishop. I could move my bishop. So if I move my knight, then that will be controlled. That will be controlled. So if they take, that will just be a trade. But also I can take it here. They can take back. That would also be a trade. Or I can do this, challenge their queen. And then if they move their queen to like this, I can't. This is not hanging anymore. I guess now here is not hanging as well. I might take it first. Is there a way that if I drop it here, that's also attacking them? So if my knight jumped to here, I feel like they would move their queen first. Maybe to here. And then I still can't take it. Oh, and then I can go to here. That would be, well, I guess they can also go to here or here. But that would be a check. And that check, they would have to move the king to somewhere. And after the check there, I can push the pawn up to support it. And then yeah, actually, I like this. But if they take it here, I'll just take it. And then my bishop will be out of attack as well. I might could move my queen here, preparing for this. Yep, they take my knight with the bishop. I'm gonna take them. They move the queen here. The queen is hanging. Knight is protected by the queen. Here is the protected. This is not protected. This is hanging. But if I take the knight, then that move out of the place. This way, they can take it, especially if I move the pawn here. But also, otherwise, there's not. Yeah, I would prefer here first. Also, I can trade the rook for the bishop. And then, if I do that, it's fine. I can do this. After I remove the rook, I can start to check them. Do I want to save my rook? They are likely to develop a queen as well. So I guess I'll stop them from developing the queen first. Yeah, because if they take it, that'll become a queen, and that'll be worse. I guess they can do this, and after, let me calculate. If I go here, they completely ignore it, and then they do this. I take. They take here. My knight could take it, or yeah, or if they take it first, I can directly take it with my queen, and then I could take here. Otherwise, if they directly remove my rook here, that would be awkward. Drop my bishop to protect it would be nice. Yeah, because I can't. If they directly take it, then they can just move the. I will. Oh, that would be a back rank checkmate. Or actually, I can drop my knight to protect, and then they develop a queen, and then I can't do anything about it. So the finally long castle. Here will be a check. And then I guess I can go here. Here would be a check, and then they can go here, here. This replays, and then light square bishop. I can try to move or if I do this, if I check, they move to here, I can't take the pawn there, and then that will be worse. Oh, bishop here is hanging as well. So get my bishop out of the hanging position would be the best. I'm gonna take the rock here first. That would be a trade. Benefits for me. Rock taken. Oh. Oh. I didn't see this. That's so difficult today. Oh. Oh. That's a closed position. Well, in that case, I guess I'll develop normally. I sort of feel like they still doing some kind of Italian traditional line. Attacking the bishop square. I personally wouldn't mind. Yeah, I feel like here would be making more sense, but maybe here. If I want to develop my knight, then having a pawn here would be better. We'll stay attacking the pawn here. Pushing it here will be better. So I'm not sure. Well, I guess if they do take it here, I can move my king out, and then I guess they could get queen out to check it. I can drop it back. Preferably no. So I'll do this, preventing this. They get their knight out, controlling two different plays. At this point, I would say that I could get my bishop to here, but that feels that feels dangerous. They push, I take, they take, I take, I take it here. I guess that is not as bad. So here will be blocked. I reckon my bishop have to be developed this way. So pushing this up, allowing my bishop coming out. They also thinking about getting the dark square bishop out from the back. I think, man, I was so almost walking into a queen's pawn's fork, but I guess I can do this, and then if the knight take, I can take it. Okay, so that is not as bad. They attacking the pawn here, with me protecting it. Also, for my bishop to get out. They push the queen's pawn. They might push it further. That would be worse. So with me taking it, they can take it with the knight, and I can trade the knight. And if they take it with the queen, I can't see how bad it is with me take here. Oh, also, they can take the bishop here. That is not as good. But they are also preparing for this, I feel like. I think a good move would be move the bishop away. So no matter what they do, that would be fine. How about here? They take, I take, they can take again. And then I guess I can take again. But also, can they unpawn? I feel like they could. Yeah. Well, this is hanging. This is hanging. These two are hanging. I can't. I can't castle at the moment because of that. If I push it here, they take, I can take back, so it's not as bad. And then I can try to castle. I'm gonna castle for the next move. Because after they take here, they could be attacking my knight, or they could just like try to get away. But castle. I feel like here would be a good move, protecting my bishop and also attacking their bishop and blocking them from going further and building a pawn line. It's a shame that they disconnect because they played relatively solid, in my opinion. What is the old Sicilian variation? Old Sicilian variation. Old Sicilian Fusion. After e4 c5, get the knight out. Black, get the knight out. Okay. Oh. If they resign, I feel like I would just call it for a day. I'm feeling quite under the weather. Oh, they're back. Nice. What we're thinking? Yeah, I'm thinking about pushing it here. They do have this structure exist. Their knight is hanging as well. Currently, I don't have to worry too much about it. With this here, should I take it? If I take, I mean, they could either take back with a knight or a queen. Take back with a knight, that would also challenge my knight. I feel like this is better because now I can just trade. And then they double their pawn. Though they could move the knight. And also expose here. I feel like I'll prefer to trade. And I might push this pawn out first. They do have these controlled by the pawn now, which I have to be aware. Feel like, yeah, I would prefer to do this. Otherwise, it's just preventing this from happening. I think getting my queen here would be nice. And then I could push it to here. Knight is hanging. I guess I can't take the bishop here. They pushing it here. So what exactly are they thinking? Are they... I can't see what they're thinking. But I like this. Take the bishop here with a take the pawn here with a check. And then they protect it now. If I move it here, feel like they could directly use the queen to protect it. So what can I do? I can... I was thinking about jumping my knight to here, but then I realized they can just take it. I guess I can jump my knight here. If knight take, I'll take it with my pawn. Jump my knight to here. If knight take, I'll take it with my pawn. Trying to fork the knight and that. And then if they take it with a queen, I'm doing a queen trade. If they just jumping their knight back, like to here, then I can push it further to make a discover check. And then goes to here. I feel like here would be a good move because I have two protectors. Oh, if I jump to here, they can directly take it and I can't take back with a queen. Okay, let it stack there. Well, what else can I do? If I go here, let's say they chase me out, and then I take here, that would be attacking the queen. So they're likely to take it, and then my queen could just go there. I feel like here would be a good choice. I guess they can move their queen. To this point, and also just adding more pressure on here. And in that case, I can't do anything about it. Well, in that case, what am I gonna do? I feel like, well, if they do that, then the knight is protected. How can I get my knight here? Attacking the bishop would be my thought. Feel like next step they will do this, and then I'll have to move my knight. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. How about include the bishop into the game? Getting my bishop to here? Though this is protected by my knight. But still, I guess I can use the bishop take first. And if the knight take, I can get my knight take. So I think this is good. Because now rook is connect. Protected by the bishop. Controlling here, protected by a pawn. And knight is hanging. They get the knight here. currently nothing protecting it. They could go here, or here, or here, or here. I feel like I can move my queen here. Oh, that would be attacked by the knight as well. See all the place my queen could go. Here, queen and knight. Here, controlled by their pawn. Here, controlled by their bishop. Here, controlled by the queen. I could go here, maintain the thing there, and here controlled by the knight. I could completely drop back, which I sort of don't want to, so I think I'll go here. I can't see a lot of punishment there. I mean, if they push this, I can just take here. Okay, so now they decided to do this. I mean, they can just take it. I'll probably just take back. And then I have to be very cautious, because the king would be in a quite open space. Okay. Are they aiming for here? No matter where they're aiming, I feel like it's sort of fine. So I'm thinking about taking here, because that is not protected anymore. And also, they didn't take me. I can just... are they aiming for this as well? And then they could do this after move the knight. I like this, because if I take the knight, they can just take it back with the bishop, or like even take it with the pawn, and then I have to move my knight, and there aren't many good squares for my knight to go. What else can I do? Okay, queen drop. I feel like they are thinking about the open square here. So here they are controlled. All of the space they are controlled. They're also lining up this. So I feel like they could do something like this. I thinking about here, or even here, or if my knight goes there, then queen would move, but also that didn't give me anything, because I can't go there to check. I can't go anywhere. If my knight goes to here, at least it could go there, forking their bishop, I guess, and also get back to this pawn. So I like that better. But if I goes there, and then they push their pawn up, I don't have a thing attacking here, and then I'll have to drop back. It's very annoying. Don't like this. It's um, if I go there and then they do that, I guess I can take here, and then after they take, I can't take back. Um, or I can get my knight here and preventing them going up. That's actually better. Oh, but their knight could just move back. And then I can't. Oh, so as this one. But this one is protected by my queen. Oh my god. I really don't know what I can do now. Well, I guess push the pawn up would be one of the things I can do. How to get rid of this rock here? What else can I do? Okay, they move it here. I feel like they probably lining up this, but also the knight can't control it. I feel like this could be good now. Because I just really, oh, my knight is hanging. Okay, I can drop my knight to here. That will at least attack the bishop. And but why? If I don't, I can't protect it as well. Because none of my other piece could go there. So I guess I'm gonna do it. This will be my next knight. Queen move, which means this pawn is not protected. They disconnected again. I didn't realize I'm down 1 minute. They still have 8 minutes left. I would like them to come back and still play the game. Ah, because I feel like they are relatively strong at this point. And yeah, it's a shame because I feel like they probably could win this game if they didn't accidentally abort the game. But anyway, this is today. I review the Sicilian variation. Got a new one today, which is the old Sicilian variation. This is the first time I see the closed variation, I think. And then after that, I played a few puzzles, played a few games, lost most of them. I do feel like I am not in my best state. So hopefully I will like slowly recover and start to be more sharp at games. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.